Sech the Ma'aser Sheni Daf Mem Aleph on the base, but the Mishnah the Nishmas Gita Basvam Hashem Yisrael the Gedish Chaim Yom Yitzchak the Nishmas Rivka Mina Bascha Yester Avram Yaakov Zelda Elazar Ben Zelda Yerushalmי. Look the Heilige Mishnah. The Mishnah is going to talk about the Issa. That's a coin. There's two Issas in one pigeon. Makes the pigeon, making the pigeon of the Maaser Sheni on an Issa, which is a half of a pigeon. Then the value of the Issa went up in value, and now you have leftover. And the money that you used for the Maaser Sheni, for the pigeon, you have more money left over. Why? Because the value of the money is higher. So it's very hard to understand, at least for me it's hard to understand. Once you made the pigeon, what difference does it make what happens now to the value of the money? It's done already, it's over. It's over. So this is part of the problem here that I'm having in the Mishnah, but let's see. Susarabim, we got a beer maybe the Mishnah. So look at the Mishnah. Ameniach, also, what is Ameniach? We're talking about making a pigeon for Maaser Sheni. Making a pigeon for Maaser Sheni, so as you see yesterday, was you have to make an afrosha. Where was it? Valid. Rambam writes, "Haroitz lives with his parents, Maaser Sheni. Poison oyster b'demeim. L'oim ha'arei amoy se'ilu tachas ha'peris ha'elu." So we spoke about it yesterday. It doesn't say here that he makes the Maaser Afrosha. He wants to make the Afrosha. He has to say something. He has to say that this is how the pigeon is going to work. With the dibber, not with the dibber. She showed the Rikukas yesterday. Maaser Mechir. The I shot him. Here he says something different than Rambam. He says, the Mishnah, I'm sorry. The Mishnah says Hamaniach. He says Hamaniach. Make a froshe, make a dibber. What's the Hamaniach? What's the Pshat Hamaniach? It's the Baba Kama. What's Hamaniach? What's the Pshat Hamaniach? Halfway. What? Halfway. But you have to talk about what he's doing. What is he doing? Half a pigeon. The Shetach pigeon. It's not Hamaniach, is it? V'oichel olav chatziyov. Just that he's making that afrosha. That's the point. He's making an afrosha on this issa. Then the value of the issa goes up in value. So he has now more money, and he can use the rest of the issa because he only used not part of the issa. Because an issa was worth, let's say, 10 potatoes, right? Now the issa is worth half of the issa is worth 10 potatoes. So he has more money left over. So now he can use the rest of the money. He ate half the potatoes. This is what happened now. Not here, the money went up over here. He does it in New York. And the price of the money, the currency went up in price. That's not what happened. He went to there the money's worth more. So he has now leftover money. Now you can be the whole pudgy with the money that you have left over. She has another issa left over, because that issa now is half what he used before was worth the value of the payers, and now he has money left over, so he can use that money. And he didn't not try over here; it went up in price. He took the payers someplace else with the money, and now all of a sudden he has left over. That's why it doesn't say that he's mafish. The same zach was ifashtainish. And the second thing I don't understand. Okay. But that's the din, that's in the Mishnah, right? Now, because he transferred the money with the payers, he transferred someplace else, and the price of the money is worth more where he went to, so all of a sudden now he has left over, it comes this smayat, that money that on that money, it comes the smayat, the pigeon, and the payers is now left over, you have more money. Gaton, I like it. Look at Pnei Moshe. Look at Pnei Moshe. The Pnei Moshe. Hamaniach is shel chulin. This is chulin. He's using this money to make the pigeon of the Paris of Maaser Sheni. He is mechalo of Paris Maaser. He has Paris Maaser, and he has money. And now he wants to take it on the road. Lo yuchel say so. He has to be paid. So he takes it now, and he's paid these Paris. V'ochel olav Paris Maaser b'chetziov. Half of the money is enough to be paid the Paris and the place where he is. ונמצא איסה הזה, חצי מויס מעשר, שנתפס קדושת מעשר, החצי הזה, שאוכל כנגדוי. The money is, half of the money that he has here is enough to be paid all the pays that he has here. V'chetzi hasheni, the second half of the money, the second is akat techulu, because he doesn't need that. He only needs what he needs. V'nishal liyas oichel olav oit chetziyov, and he can eat another same amount that he had now. He could eat it again because he has more money left over. And then, if he adds more pays, then all this is income ma'aser. V'holach now l'mokamacha. After he made this afrosha, or this pigeon, he goes now with the issa, with the money that he used, he goes to some other place. After already the afrosha, now the pays are chulin, and the money is kodesh, right? And now he goes to somewhere else. V'arei yoytze sham b'pujin, shu shnei yisurim. Now the value of the money is higher. Oichel olav oid issa. He can eat now another issa. Why? Because half of the money that he used in this new place is enough to be paid because he went to someplace else. The fish chetzev shenisha shav achshav chotzi pigeon shehu half a pigeon because it's two issa in one pigeon. Shehu issa. The fish oichel olav oid b'shav issa. V'chein lehepach. Says lehepach. The Mishnah says Friday. The Mishnah says haminiach pigeon. He left over. Again, what's haminiach? He's mafresh the pigeon, which is Tnei Yisurim, V'ochel Olav Chetzev, and he ate now from the pigeon only a half, but he doesn't need the whole pigeon for the pays he has. He has more money than his paid is. And over there in the other place where he is, he only has Issa, but the money that he's going to use is enough to take off this, which is half of the pigeon. Oichel Olav Oid Pali, he can eat another half. Talk to Bnei Moshe. Sheniach es a pigeon shechulin liyas oichel pays Ma'aser. V'ochel of chetziyav shu issa. And he ate half the money which is in issa, half the pigeon is in issa. V'olach ima l'mokamacha. He goes now with the spaders, which is now chulin, and the money which is hegdish. And a pigeon hazeh yoytzi sham b'issa. That pigeon is now with one issa. It's nifda. She'eni shava el issa. Oichel ov oy peleg issa. Why? Because the value of the money is high now. The fish hakol hoilach akam ochem shuvar shom. Good. It goes according to the place where you are, and that's the value you're going to use wherever you are. But he took Paris and he was paid it from someplace else, and now he's taking it. Let's say he takes it from New York and I'm going to and the money has more value. The shekel the rugger found, so this is more. But ela nisha by the chetzev sheochel olav v'chetzev hu shava kan chotzi yiseh. The fikach ain't oichel olav ela oid chotzi yiseh b'punyi yikul ma'aser. Why is it changed? It should stay the way it is. Whatever's left over, now you're going to be paid over here. Whatever you're going to be paid over here, you have to concentrate and use the value of the money here. But you're telling me now, whatever was before already, you did before, it's going to change and now give you money left over. Or faket, let's say he was paid at the Paris in New York. Fine. And now, because the value of the Issa was enough in New York to be paid at this Paris. Now he goes to another place, he goes to Etzisol, not Etzisol, outside Yerushalayim, and the value of the money is less. So all of a sudden the Paris are now going to be not going to be nivda. At the Paris line, he has to also to eat the Paris. He was paid in one place, New York, right? Because he had enough money. Now the value of the new place where he travels to, the value of the money is less. You tell me that Paris now is Vaita Ma'aser Sheni?
He's working as a percentage, right? If you did half of the value of the coin in one place, then you automatically have half of whatever the value is in the next.
What happens now? Very good. That's true. What happens now? He went to a new place, and the value that he used, he used an issa. And for an issa, he was able to take, let's say, 10 apples. Paid the 10 apples. But that was the value of the issa, the 10 apples. Fine and well. He goes now to a new place, and now the issa that he used is not enough for 10 apples. That you're going to need two isurim for the 10 apples, right? So the cheshbon in the Mishnah is going to be that half the apples are going to become again not nivda; they become ma'aser sheni. Because you're telling me now you have to make just like you tell me that the value of the money is more in the new place. He could use the value of the money which he used, it became ma'aser sheni, comes out full, and he could use that for more payers. So now the opposite should also be true. In the Sefer of the Mishnah, we go forget the money is valued less, so it's less payers. So that money that you have now, which you thought could be paid to 10 apples, is only good for 5 apples. So you tell me the other 5 apples comes Ma'aser Sheni? Get from the Kulim to Ma'aser Sheni? Wus?
It's not dark to Atlas, it's not the same amount.
Say so.
You call them flash, there
Fleisch ist gemeint zu sein. Das ist ein Peiris. Peiris. Das ist kein Schildig, aber Peiris. Das Wort ist, was steht du, als das Geld wird dieses Geniss, ist raufgegangen, ist zurückgegangen, so wird der Schildig in der Meister Schenk, wie die es gemacht, wird jetzt ein Stanne der Meister Schenk, wie die es gemacht, lot wie der Platz, wie du bist. Und ich frage, Tom hat mich schon gemacht, der Pigeon von der Meister Schenk. Gemacht ist gemacht, der Geld wird du hast, jetzt geist auf einen neuen Platz, ist ein neuer Pigeon, das rechnen mit einem neuen Platz. Aber der alte Pigeon wird das gemacht für ihr, ist erledigt, und fertig. Wo steht du in der Mischne? Nein, schau. Aber das haben wir nicht mehr. Okay. So, dann sehen the plain Moshe weiter. What bothers me is more than anything else, kind of practice. Kind of practiceness is a problem. A problem in mine have on it. Okay, look at the plain Moshe, the second line. But you to Sham the Pigeon, who Shnei Surim, okay? Rashi does this also many times. The Mishnah is talking about Issa with Pigeon, and that's you go to the Sefer of the Mishnah, he tells you that the Shnei Surim and the Pigeon. Okay, Shnei Surim. Oichel Oid Issa, the fish, Shechetzev Shenish Shova Asher Chotze Pigeon. What's left over now is a half a pigeon, Shu Issa, which is one Issa, half a pigeon. The Fikach Oichel Oid B'Shova Issa. So he has now more power in the money to be paid in more payers. Even though he used what he used, anyway, and he was, let's say, in New York, he used the whole list. Now the value of the money is worth more, so he could be paid more potatoes or more apples now. So you tell me his nisher, all of that's a shunganitz. He used it already. You can't not see like. Okay, so the weiter. V'ochel avchetze shu isse v'olachim al l'mokamacher. V'reya pujin hazeh. The pujin is the two isum. That's the coin. Yoitz Sham be Issa, Sheina Shava Ella Issa. Now the opinion where he is now, it's only worth what the Issa was before. Or the Peleg Issa. The fish, a hakel, the Chachamachim Shuim Sham, Ashav, Eidlin, Nisha Boy, Ella Chetzev. It's left over half, so it went up a whole, it's a lot, so it went up like almost 100%. Shechel of Achshav, Who Chetzev Shava Kan Chotzi. The fish, Sheina Oichel of Oid, Chotzi Issa, I put in here, Kul Lamaisa. The ganze opinion now is Lamaisa. Why? Because you need the whole pigeon to be paid to what you used in the first place that you were. So it goes retroactively now. The whole pigeon is now become Meister Shem. Amniach is let's get right. Let me then the Menafulda. Look the Menafulda of the Mishnah. Amniach is Elias Mechalul all of Paris. Oh, so he says he put down an Issa, he prepared it to use it for Chilul. Bekvar Chilul Ochel Olav Ad Chatzia, V'holach L'mokem Acher V'holach Eisa Imoy, takes along the money with him to the new place. He's pointing out to you that this was set in the Mishnah, that the thing is going to change according to the Mokem that he went, that the money came along with it, not just the Paris. It's just the Paris Vaistois, this wouldn't happen. It came along, the money was brought with the Paris, V'shamu Shav Pujin, and in the new place where he is, the value of the Paris is twice as much as it was in the first place. Before it was only an Issa. Now the value of the Paris is a Pujin. Ubetchila lo yoytze ela v'chotzi ha-Pujin, Be'ez Surim. Nimtze lefi mashu yoytze achshav nishe by Issa shel Chulun. It's left over in Issa shel Chulun. Why? Because you only had enough money to be paid the half. And before it was worth more, now the money is worth less. So bleib tibbe is something which is not niftas by Ma'aser Sheni. The fikach oichel olav oid issa. Oichel oid pelek chasi issa is a half of issa. V'lo yeminon kivin sheni shava el issa rei oichel kula. You say, what do you mean? It was only worth an issa and oichel kula. So now I shouldn't talk about it anymore. No, you have to keep going with this cheshbon. Okay, zog the Mishnah weiter. Look the Mishnah. Haminiach Issa Shel Chulun b'mokim hamiyuchet. B'mokim miyuchet. He put away the Issa from Chulun. B'mokim miyuchet. What's meant mokim miyuchet? K'dei shelo yitzienu l'tzorchav. So now what he's telling you is an insight. What we asked before? What's this haminiach? What's that? After mafish and the geld, the Rambam says you have to be mafish the money. You're putting away the money for this purpose of being paid. Haroisa lived his pays Ma'aser Sheni Loi. Paid the oisa b'demei v'oim. Harei amor seilu takas ha'peres seilu. He's mafresh, not mafresh. He says with his mind that this should be for that. So he's miyachid it. That's how the pidyon works, according to Ram. Zuktedu, it doesn't mean haminiach. He has to put away the money in a place where he shouldn't use it for something else. Because if you use it for something else, he never made a Ma'aser Frosha here. He's just saying he's miniach. So now he's saying you have to be miniach, you have to be miyachid the mokin. That you shouldn't use this now to go buy something else. Now he's using the money. And he wants to be mafresh of the Kedushas Ma'aser Sheni, Kegoin. Shehoye b'tzepoyri. He's giving you taking it with the hand, step by step. He's in tzepoyri. Shenoisen asoda teinim lisa. The price is in tzepoyri 10 teinim for 1 issa. The hifish issa, okay, he has 10 teinim, and the Ma'aser Sheni, and now you want to be paid, so you'll be able to take the money to Yerushalayim. So he's paid it. And it's mafresh, shenois and asar ta'inin issa, uhifresh issa, now he says the word afrosha, he's mafresh the issa, the money, v'oichel ta'inin shemayis sheni, now the Ma'aser Sheni is chul, again that's in the Ma'aser Sheni. V'loi hifresh, kol ha'tainim, b'tzipoidi, he didn't do that. He didn't do the whole thing, even though he had enough money to do, but he didn't do it. And v'oma issa zeh lepidyon, this issa should be for these payers, not all the payers. The Yafrishon, if he was mafresh for all the payers, Hamil Le'el, Tim Hukru, V'aka Huzu, Kivin Shabada Bada. Oh, that's the cash was effect. The effect is not from the Mishnah. We went already. Once you mafresh it, the money changes, the value of the money changes. We don't care what happens now. It's done, it's done. Shemafresh was mafresh person. We came and took in the Mishnah that you mafresh it, and now you take it to a different place, and the value is different, so it changes. How can it change? So you can't say that that is a pshat. You can't assume that what that when he wasn't supposed he was paid everything. He's still eating. And then he had 10 tainim. He ate and he ate 5 of the tainim. And he was paid the 5. V'hola from Sephoid he went to Tveya. Shenoisnim esim tainim lisa. The value of the money in Sephoid, or the value of the tainim is less, and the value of the money is more. But al kaponim, you have now in Tveya shenoisnim esim tainim lisa, and he has an issa. And with that issa, he thought he was paid the 10 tainim, but in Tveya the money is enough to be paid the 20. To have a kashir pujin, which is 2 isurim, the pujin. B'tzipoidi, in Tzipoidi, that pujin shnei is surimi gid isa b'gemorah. So now where is he? He's in Tveya. So the money, the value, with this money, you could be paid double the amount, 20 tainim. B'kiv in the le'ochel. El chamisha. But what happened? He took paid the 10 tainim. But he only ate 5. He only ate 5. So not the achila, that nothing's going to change. So he only ate 5. Le'tovas kedushas Ma'aser Sheni. Why? Because the price is different. So he still has left over the payers, he didn't eat all the payers. So now we say that he has more money left over because the amount of the money is more in Tveya. The Kamash Malon, the Shori Lecha b'Tveya, Oida Sore, the Shabin Issa b'Tzepoidi. Because now you're in a new place. You didn't use all the money, even though you made the Afrosha, but you made Afrosha, but now you didn't eat it yet. And the payers are still here, and now when you're coming to, you have more power to be paid more of the tainim. So the din is the chesed v'asheni ha'ishtuhu the nitvas. So you go according to now, you make that first now. Even though you made that first before, you had enough to take all the tainim, you could make 10 tainim. But now you come and say, it's enough for halves. So you go according to the price where you are now. So machs abisl ginger. And the other Mephosh are not pointing out that it works like they only ate part. They said you made that frosh and it changes where you're moving. So that completely I don't understand. Hamaniach pujin shel chulin. Hamaniach pujin shel chulin. He has a pujin. This is the money. L'chalav kedushas pays Ma'aser Sheni, and that's what he wants to do. Pujin. So what he's learning pshat is maniach. What's the bottom maniach? That he was miyached this money for these pays. Not that he made that frosha. But could be that if he already made that frosha, it's kind of kulam moide. He made the pigeon. Now the price is going to change because you went to a different place. The Mishnah says before, we don't care. We're not the pigeon. Who cares what happens to the money? So you're saying could be Pshat. That's Shet Hamaniach. Hamaniach means he was miyached this money for these payers, but he didn't do it yet. Nachashumach the pigeon. About he didn't do the pigeon. When it comes to maching the pigeon, that's when we're going to make the calculation of how much payers that we stack a pigeon. Look the Rasul weiter. Pigeon chotzi mo. 2 isurim for a pigeon, and 1 pigeon is a half of a mo. The Hainu Shnei isurim. Ochel of Chetzer. He's going B'Tveria. And he was in Tveria, and he ate what Chetzer, the second half, first in Sepoy, then in Tveria. Ochel Esim Teinim, the Hainu Chetzer, the second half, first 10, and then another 10. Ochel Sepoy, they Noisim pays B'Pigeon, Ela Esim Teinim. That's the price for a pigeon. You get 20 Teinim in Tveria. K'moy Shenoisim means in Tveria. Look at the Mishnah weiter. Hamaniach pudjin v'ochel of chetzev. He has this pudjin, which is Shnei Yisurim, and he could use for this pudjin chetzev of the payers that he has, of the Ma'aser Sheni. So the money is paid the Ma'aser Sheni, and now he can eat the Ma'aser Sheni because those are chulin, but he has enough with this pudjin to eat half the payers that he has, chetzev, v'holach l'mokamacha, and now he goes to a different place. But hey, yoytze be'issa. You don't need the pudjin, you need only half a pudjin. How much is half a pudjin? Only an issa. And the new place where he is, the money is more valuable. And with this issa, you could be paid to all the payers that he has. Let's say 10 payers. He doesn't need the pudjin, he only needs half. But hey, issa, yoytze be'issa, oichel olav oid peleg. So what it is now, with this same money that he used before, which is the half of the pudjin, that issa, he could eat another whole amount of payers. Because that's what the value of the money is. So the only way I can understand the maniach is he didn't make the pigeon yet. He didn't make the pigeon yet. He was maniach and go to a different place. So what's that from Bezugan Rabbi say? If that's the cheshbon of the Mishnah, so why do I have to say Yoitze? He was going to a different place. So I'm saying the same place. The value changed where we are. It's every day the value of the payers and it fluctuates. Exactly. So what's up again from 100 plus? And just tell me if you didn't do that for us yet, as they stay free in the Mishnah, you go what's what it is? Hashtu. You check the price. When you make the bidding, you check the price.
That's the way it's the word.
No. Mishnah look Mishnah Ma'aseh.
Oh, that was the derech.
No.
One city was this place, another city was another place. That was the normal thing. And the other way. The other way. You would ask why isn't it saying
the Mishnah says before you go according to the price when you make the pigeon. This is that's what standard. Whatever the price is when you make the pigeon. When you tell me that you left with the payers, you went on a trip.
I'm saying that the price changed.
You
would have said in the same time it changed. You said, why didn't you say you went to a different town?
Okay. Look at Rambam. I just want to point out the abstraction. Look at Rambam. Listen to Rambam. Look at Pei Ches, Allah Vov. Ameni adina shel Ma'aser Sheni liyis oichel kenegdei ad sheyotze l'chul. V'hoya adina yoytze be'esemo. Oichel Allah be'ese. Could use half. Use what it is. And v'huz lo amoyes lachas man. And I'm not talking about he's traveling, not moving around. He said, who's lachas man? Harei adina yoytze ba'boyin. Mo tzorch lechel Allah be'esemo. V'achar yoytze l'chul. It doesn't say he's moving. It doesn't say this.
It changes from the Yerushalmi. There it is, because it's Lav Dafka.
Okay. If you're happy with Lav Dafka,
Make two towns, one town.
Okay. Ron, if you're sufficient with Lav Dafka, good.
Give him a pen.
Huh?
Give him a pen.
I don't need to give him a pen because he's not changing. He's just telling me the Mishnah is saying Lav Dafka. Libi Oimel.
That's Lav Dafka. If it was Mamish B'Dafka, the Rambam wouldn't change the case.
The Mishnah doesn't say a case 3 times and done it. Okay, anyway, let's go. I'll give it to you. This is Hamaniach Pujin v'ochel of Chesel v'holach l'makamacha v'yoytze b'issa oichel of oipel shein. Look the Mishnah right. Hamaniach issa shel Ma'aser Sheni. If it's maniach the issa of the Ma'aser Sheni, which is the money, which they have the Pujin, oichel of echad essa. Now he's talking about getting a more complicated case. Here he's talking about it's a percentage. It's not the whole thing. And you have Ma'aser Rishon mixed in over here with the Ma'aser Sheni. Issa v'echad mimei b'issa. So here the Gemara says, the Mishnah says, Mechayis b'shamay b'siddur, Hakab b'asara. So this will get into tomorrow, Mitzvah Hashem. Why is that? Mechayis b'shamay b'siddur. Okay, I get into it.